think that's good. Do that one. There we go. And now we got some for you. It's good to see you again, chat. It's been a bit of a long week, but here we are at the start of a new one. Sunday's always the start of a new week. And we're just gonna paint some orcs. Just to sit back and relax with, you know? Nothing too rough. Nothing too harsh. I'm missing a brush somewhere. I'll find it eventually. Oh well, I got my one for small details. Hi Neff. How you doing? Hope you are well. Hi Zofrats. Think it's been a little bit since you've been to the channel. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're all doing alright. We got here the orcs we've been painting. Our little gits. A little cheeky gits. Because they're a bunch of blood axes. Yes, they are. You thinking like a blood axe with all your sneaking and your cunning. So look at these guys. I think they turned out pretty okay, but they're pretty bland. So we're going to be adding some small details to them. Make sure all their goggles are painted red. And maybe give them a little bit of dash of green and some lighter browns to do some camouflage with. So that's the ultimate plan today. These guys here, we're not messing with them. These are the ones Codex had painted before he sent me these, before I bought them all. And that's just kind of what his paint job kind of looked like. Let's just compare it to what mine kind of turned out as. I think I turned out pretty okay. Camera's a little blurry. Focus. Focus, you cheap piece of junk. If I move in really close, it might focus better. Just playing some wholesome games lately. There we go. Focus. Yes, there. I think they turned out pretty okay, all things considered. These are the ones Codex made. This damn camera won't focus. I'll get a better camera at some point. I'm not finished yet? What do you mean I'm not finished yet? These guys are pretty much done. I don't know what else to do with them. I thought I painted the tips of the boots gunmetal gray. Alright, I went over it with that rust color. So we got to try to find a color to help with camo. The desolate brown wasn't very good. I think this palette bone might be a good choice. Kind of like help bring in a little bit of brightness, because they're a little dull looking, which is okay. They're a commando unit. They're a stealth unit. Don't want them to be too flashy. Yeah, I'm not finished painting them yet, but I think this might be the last little bit I do with these guys, because I just don't know what else to do. And what I'm pretty much just going to do today is just go over them with like a little bit of a brush. And just like dab in some areas to kind of give them that camo look. This is everybody's favorite part of the stream, the part where I shake paint. I think that's good. Put our paint over on our little paper towel. want very light colors. So we're going to mix in this palette bone. Let's see. What's another little white thing? We got some yellow. I think some yellow mixed in. Hello, Kenneth Bird. Our resident lurker says hello. Disappears like a phantom. So man, he's got things. I know, right? I don't have RGB. Get that out of here. You're taking up valuable camera space. Now I got more area to work with. Get out of here. Shoot. Shoot. There, now some zealot yellow might help brighten it up a bit. Despite the fact that the zealot yellow looks red for some reason. Why is it red? Do I have any white colors? Do I have a white? Got a gloss. Don't yank down the camera. Holy white. There we go. That is straight up white. That should help out with everything. Yeah, you like that, don't you, chat? You like that painting ASMR. Right here in the microphone. Yeah, that's what you like. I know what you want, chat. Holy white. Holy white. Focus. That's what it's supposed to be. You just put that right here into the bit. I think 3 drops should be enough. And now I'll mix all of that together. That should give me something close to what I'm wanting, hopefully. Oh, that is actually almost perfect, kind of what I'm wanting. A little bit of a sandy color to mix in there. Yeah. Why does your paint make noise? It's a little metal ball that's in the paint to help break it up when it dries inside the bottle. So it would, so as paint sits, it dries. Hey, German VT, thanks for the follow over on Twitch. Orks are best. Hey, a bear named Mike, thank you for the raid of 6. Oh, good golly. That's a lot. Let's give you a shout out real quick. Hey, bear named Mike, thank you for the follow. Shout out at... Hey, it'd be better if I did this on the Twitch. Hold on. Streamer who doesn't know what he's doing is trying to work technology. Hey, it's Amayu. Thank you for the follow. There you go. Shout him out, Lori.
Ahoy carnival goers. We have been raided by _bear_ named _Mike. They have just been playing miniatures and models here on Twitch. Give them a warm welcome to the carnival.
Hey, welcome. How you doing? A whole bunch of new people. It's awesome when you get raided by some rando. So he's doing great. What type of models were you painting? Or were you building some miniatures? Were you building Gundam or something? Let's see what these look like. Let's see what this looks like. And we're just going to put little streaks on these guys. Kind of like the help. Kind of like give them a little bit of color. We're building some orc boys. Ah, cool. These are the first miniatures I ever had. So I'm getting to have that wonderful stage where I have no idea what I'm doing. Which is actually probably the most fun stage because you get to do all sorts of crazy stuff. And we're just adding some camo to these guys. And I'm adding a little bit of like splotches over it so that way it breaks up just a little bit of the solid brown. I think that'll look pretty good when it dries out. Kind of just letting it go where it wants. My commandos were my first kit too, yeah. I bought these from my friend. He usually shows up. His name is Codex. He needed some money, and I was wanting to get into the game. So I bought a bunch of orcs for him. I bought like a whole army for like $300. It was insanely well priced. So now I gotta paint them all. Fitting, as most orcs don't know what they're doing. Hey, you know what? It's good for me. It's lore friendly for new people. That's what I see it as. Shouldn't they be using purple then? We'll probably put a little bit of purple on them. Because you never seen a purple orc before, have you? Let's set that guy off to dry. Let's see here. We're just kind of touching up on them a little bit. We're not giving them clear coats or anything. Just like little splashes of colors. So how is everybody else this week? For those of you who are new to the channel here, my name is Dr. Crow. I do variety games, usually as a VTube model. I don't have the model up right now. We got the little static image of me and Lari there. That's what we usually look like. But I only have one camera, and it's got to be used for this. Because what's the point of watching a painting stream if you don't get to see the minis, right? And this brush has been through a bit. But we have been celebrating Crowtober here at the carnival. Because, you know, if it's going to be so close to what your name is, might as well name it after you, right? Been playing a lot of horror games. We just finished a game called Crow Country. Heavily requested from the chat. And that was a lot of fun. But now we're back to Sunday, and this is when we paint. I have to say, this has been pretty relaxing. Like, this is something I look forward to every week now. It's just like getting to do my little paintings on Sunday. It's just nice, relaxing activity. This guy's got a patch on his bottom there. We'll definitely have to color that something special. We'll probably make that purple. And, you know, you don't want nobody to see it. And no one wants to see his bum. Gives the Umis a nice big old target to shoot at. October? Oh, workshop it. Orktober. I've heard people call it Orktober. This is the Orktober. Oh God. This is the Orktober day. And we'll probably go over all these guys another time. Just to see kind of like a little bit more additions. Which is exciting because once we're done with these guys, we get to move on to the next unit. And I don't know what I'm going to paint next. We got those guys over there. That's what Codex was painting. I know we got a couple of guys who are already set up. Like my wife has slathered on a bunch of paint onto the knobs. So I guess I could try to start with that next. Although I want to try to save like the big set pieces for when I'm a little bit better. Because, you know, the infantry, they don't need to look all that special, right? These are just your basic guys. Right? Your basic orcs. And you don't want them looking too fancy. They just gonna go out there and die. While they're crumping humies and spiky gits and scrawnies and the beakies and those fish heads and the bug eyes. We're just gonna slap her on a big slop right there. And make sure you guys can actually see what I'm doing. So that way you can judge me properly. All orcs are special. I guess they are, though. That mommy said they special. That's how that works. Put it on a little bit. I think that's actually helping lighten them up just a little bit. Let's see here. Oh, this guy's already been painted. Mork says they special. Mork says they special. Or was it Gork? Here's everybody's favorite right here. The little grot that comes with the unit. We started calling him Get Daka. This one's got a name. Kind of put that up in there. I need to figure out like where I'm going to sit a little bit special. If I sit like this, that probably might help me keep my hands in frame better. Yeah, look at that. And the squig, he ain't going to get any. I feel like the squig needs some extra painting. I need a better camera. That's what I need. I'll get on that as soon as I can afford it. I probably should go over his teeth with this color because that might help make his teeth look a little bit better. Look a little bit more teeth-like than whatever this currently is. So we'll give this his color to his teeth as well. There we go. I got it on his face. No. No. Not their bomba squig. Alright. Back to the first ones again. Give a little extra coating to the spots that I painted on them. I might have to actually put way more on than what I am putting on. There we go. That should dry and make a pretty big look to it. We'll put them all through here. Got a little bit on his stomach there. I don't know what I'm going to do about the bases. Bases is actually something that's got me a little bit wondering what I should even do for them. I might just lead the bases for now. Come back to it later. Put some on his boot there. Put a little bit up on his shoulder. Some up on that shoulder there. A little bit more. Honestly, I might just cover the whole thing in like a light layer of that color and let what shows through show through. That might actually be my best course of action. It's always the fun part, trying to learn these new things. But it gets a little hard sometimes, you know. We actually are going to do that. We're just going to cover in all the dark brown with this lighter shade of brown. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, it can be a bit rough sometimes to learn something new. Especially when you're in like the process of trying to like build up an audience, build up your channel. Especially when you've been at it for a couple of years now. And it just hasn't gone very well. Some days are just better than others. Like I'm able to take it just a little bit better. Like take the Green-Eyed Cat, the comic I just released over on Global Comics. I thought it would be a good idea to make a promo code all throughout the month of October so you could get the PDF for free. And a couple of people have gotten it. But nowhere near as much as I thought it would. So maybe I'm not ready yet to be making promo codes for my material just yet. Yeah, Sad Crow. Crow's just being big baby. Don't worry about Sad Crow. Sad Crow just needs to keep his head up and stop trying to stress himself out over, you know, trying to make things. The audience will come in time. I just need to pace myself better. That's it. Tending to your fungal babies. Hello, Hex. How you doing? Yeah, I'm tending to them. How was your what was it? You played Rogue Space Slipstream yesterday? Oh, Zofrats, that would be a game you would love. That would absolutely be a type of game you love. It is a little sci-fi game where you control a tiny little animal, a little furry character, as you're trying to travel through space with a whole bunch of other people. And you're trying to fight off slug monsters as they invade your little ship. Slipstream, that's what it's called. And like, somebody's the captain and they're getting to determine where everybody goes. And if you're interested in that, it is free. So that might actually be something you would like, Zofrats. Because I know you just posted that little picture of the little space bunny character you're making. And that kind of fits the vibe of a little sci-fi. And it's all cute and stuff. It's not graphic. It's not violent or anything like that. It's very... I would say it's a pretty cozy game, actually. I'd say it would definitely rank into cozy games. Let's see here. I might have to make up a little bit more paint. Oh, it's multiplayer? I don't have friends. That's fine. You can join in other people. The game doesn't have a whole lot of players, though, so... Hey, and you know what? Who needs friends? Friendship is overrated. Alright? My Little Pony lied to you. Fat FTL with furries. Yeah, that's basically what it is. But back to that original rant. My Little Pony it lied to you. Friendship is not magic. Friendship is a burden. Don't make friends. Make enemies. Alright, that's the orc way of doing it. The real wall was the friends we made along the way. Yeah. I can hear the sarcasm in my voice. Oh, I'm sorry, Neff. I'll try to disguise it a little bit better next time. I need to aim the whole things over that white dot that's on the pad. That white dot there is perfect. Really, this is like the most relaxing time of my week. Just getting to sit back, paint some orcs, talk to some buddies online. This is what makes life great, you know? This is the good stuff. This is it. I am going to have to learn how to play the game at some point with these guys. That's going to probably be a lot of fun. Let's get some more paint set up. Five, 6, 7. Oh, well, that was way more than 7. And let's see here. Where's that what yellow I had? I set it down somewhere else. Harpy gold. Where's Zealot yellow? Hold on, Crow's gonna find his paints. Crow set a paint down and can't remember where. Only so many places for it to have gone. It fall on the floor somewhere. Can't find it, so obviously somebody stole it. So, France, did you steal my paint? That's the logic. Somebody in the chat stole it. They came all the way to my house, stole my paint, and then went all the way back to their place to act like they didn't steal my paint. It's a perfect crime. Oh, what is this bullshit? Seriously, how did I misplace? What did I do with it? Yeah, it's probably somewhere out in the open, and you can probably see where it's at too. Good gracious. Welcome to the part of the stream where Crow loses his mind for a couple of hours. Trying to track down one paint he needs 3 drops of. Did it get shoved behind the keyboard? Is that where it went? No? Well, like any true person with ADHD, I have set something down and misplaced it while not moving an inch. How do I manage to pull this bullshit off? Where the hell did it go? I seriously surprised myself with my own stupidity. How did I do there? It's sitting right in front of me. My God. You see what Pixie has to put up with on a regular basis? Move this camera a little bit closer again. There we go. Alright. Also borrow your housemates' paints for your models. Oh, cool. What type of models are you making right now? 2, 3. Because I know you were just as excited about those TF2 orcs as I was, and I really want that. I really want those bad boys. Those bad boys look so cool. Oh, hey, I just now noticed this. My follower goal of 110 has been hit over on the Twitch. Thanks to a bear named Mike, and it's a Mew and German VT. So awesome. That raid helped out a lot. It's a pretty good day. This is a good stream already. We're not even an hour in. Give this a quick little mixer. The thing about painting Gunpla, if somebody borrows my paint and doesn't know precisely how it works, they'll melt their models into a puddle. Ugh. I do not want to use your paint. Your paint sounds vicious. Let's get this guy done. I play one page rule and I got a vampiric undead army. Ooh. I've heard a lot about one page rules. It's been a thought to try to start with that rather than just straight up Warhammer. Because Warhammer has a lot of rules apparently. Even 10th edition, which is supposed to be incredibly streamlined down. And I'm not used to playing any sort of tabletop war game. I played RPGs, but it's a little bit different, you know? So it'd be something to at least start with. Now, Drake, why does your paint melt things? Like, why is that a thing? Is it baking the pigment into the model? Like acidically? Vicious but good. You can make gunpowder paint about as scratch resistant as a car if you do it right. Do it wrong though. Oh boy. Alright. Yeah, that little bit of color has helped bring them out just a little bit. Now my area painting has gone somewhere different. I think it's a little bit more natural here. I would love to see pictures of your vampire army. If you got any, by the way, Zoe. That'd probably be pretty cool. What else is something that's happening this week? Oh yeah, this is like the 5th mass migration over to Blue Sky from Twitter. Because apparently Elon broke the block button or some bullshit. Basically chemistry, and not all plastics are made the same, but some react poorly to the kinds of solvent used in conjunction with lacquer paints. Ugh. That is pretty rough. I'll have to be careful then. Dang it, I don't think I'm using lacquer paint, so... We're going to go over these guys one more time with this paint. With this... essentially what is poo brown. And then we're going to start mixing some green into this. To kind of like help bring out a little bit of dark color. So we might actually let's mix a green into it now. This Absolution green's kind of, you know, this is kind of a camo green, the kind of camouflage you would see in green. So we'll mix that into these, and then that pretty much will call that on the camo. And then it'd be just other small details we got to do to them. And then we can move on to the next set of models. Because I honestly have no idea what else to do to these. Unless you guys have some suggestions on what else I can do to help these guys stand out a bit. It's pretty much going to be it for them. Make some 4 drops into it. Kind of make it a brownish green. That green might be overwhelming the brown a bit. That might actually be a pretty good green right there. A little overwhelming, but it should still bleed through with like a soft coat. Oh yeah, that's a good green.
Want to see what we're up to on a daily basis? Try following us on Blue Sky and Twitter, I mean X. And make sure to like, follow, and subscribe on both Twitch and YouTube, and turn on notifications so you never miss a stream.
Thank you for the readout, Lori. Thank you very much. Hello, the Holy Ninja. Just got done painting session with my dwarf from Fantasy. What color scheme are you planning with your orcs? So these guys are Blood Axe Commandos. That might be a little too strong in the green, honestly. I might have to add more brown on top of it. Yeah, that was too strong. Honestly, yeah, I'm going to have to add more brown on top of that. We'll do dark wood brown. These guys are getting a camo sword coloring to them. Hello, kitty. No, kitty, paint's not for you. No, kitty, paint's not for you. There. If we bring that dark wood, that should help darken it out just a tad. I might just be making black here. I'm going to want to be careful with what I do from here. Because I don't want their clothing blending in with their skin. That'd be a bad thing. I might just do quick cleaning. I painted a kill team of them as if they were part of Team Fortress 2. We were just talking about it. There's hello, kitty. She's right over here by my other paints. So I'm having to keep an eye on her. Make sure she don't try to eat any of them. Yeah, she's wandering off. Alright, bye, tag along. Have a good day, baby girl. Do a quick drying on that. There's a set of models on sale from like a third party that is basically the Team Fortress 2 crew. And I thought it looked really kind of cool. Stop that. You're probably hungry, aren't you, baby girl? That's what you're wanting. Go bog your mother for food. She'll feed you. Very light brushes. This one we do want to just kind of like leave streaks on them. And then let that dry. This guy. Oh, well, we got a couple of 40k guys out there. What's a suggestion for some good books featuring the orcs? Because I've read, what was it? I've read Brutal Cunning. I've read The Big Daka. I've read War Boss. I would like to see some more. And also, like, painting these orcs, it also kind of reminds me, like, how people have been trying to get me into Warhammer for years. But really, the only thing they ever really talked about was Horus and his heresy. And, like, all the dramaticness of that. And that conversation was so dominated by that. I didn't even know there were aliens in Warhammer. For the longest time. Until eventually things like the Eldar and the Necrons were brought to my attention. And I found the Orks to be so fascinating because they were so just darn goofy compared to everything else. Which is kind of what they are. They're the comic relief. I only read Lion, Son of the Forest. Really enjoyed it, but it's a Dark Angels book. Well, it's a good suggestion at least. I think these guys have actually turned out pretty okay. I like the little camo going on to them. It's helping break up that solid brown a bit. Because look at that. Look at that backpack. With that little bit of white and gold on there. It's kind of giving it a bit of a sandy look to it. Plus the green over top of it. A lot better than just pure brown. I'm looking forward to Votan, to the Votan book, because it's an army I'm very slowly building. Votan. Oh, which one are the Votan? Can't say I'm very familiar with that one. Oh, right. The Votan are the new space dwarves, not the squats. You know what? We'll put a little bit of splash of camo on their bomber squeak too. They gave him a little bit of camo to help hide him. You know, we'll put a little bit right over the eyes. You know, like that eye makeup thing. They painted a bomber squid up. They are the newest army. Yeah, they're the reboot of the squats. I think that's kind of cool. We got our space dwarves back. There we go. And a little bit of color to help break up the solid redness on that one squig. Let these guys dry. We'll see what they look like. This guy should be pretty close to dry. I think the camo actually kind of turned out pretty cool. It's not solidarity. It's not one solid color. It's kind of messy looking. It's got some green and some browns in it. I was worried that that green might have been too much, but no, it actually turned out pretty okay. Yeah, these guys look pretty good, I think. That little bit of camo helped really pull it off altogether. So I think the commandos are done. Let me make sure I got all their eyes red. You're good. You got your red visor. You need to have your visor painted red. You're good. Repaint your face red. It got kind of covered up a little bit. You're still drying, but you got your red eyes. Get Daka's got red eyes. Give you your red eyes, and we are golden. Get a drink of water. Red. Red. Let's see here. We got Slaughter Red. That's going to be a good red color. Pop that red right here. We won't need a lot, so just 1 or 2 drops is good. Dry off our brush. You don't know what's not going to be relaxing? The fact that I hit my coffee goal. And now I'm going to have to play Getting Over It. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm going to be honest with you, chat. But I promise. So, Crow going to be getting very mad. Crow's going to be one mad bird. Alright, set you off over here to dry. What's Getting Over It? It's a rage game. Ninjato. It's a very specific rage game where you are a guy in a cauldron with a hammer trying to climb up a mountain. Trying to blow it dry, so he needs to sit and dry a little bit longer. You're fine though, so let's get you. There we go. Oh, we'll give you a little bit of details on your axe here. Like he stabbed somebody with it a little bit. Yeah, that game. We're gonna need some yellow for this guy's thing. See, anything else need red? He's got some sort of plasma weapon. We gotta wait for him to dry off a little bit. Yeah, just adding a little bit of color onto the squig really helped break up a lot of his thing. He's not just one solid, like, pseudo red thing anymore. He should be dry enough for this now. There we go. Red eyes. We're going to paint that a tin of red. All right. I want to add a little bit of yellow to this guy's missiles because yellow blows up stronger. So we're just going to take straight up Zealot yellow. Cat is starting to knock things off table because she's not getting fed, the little brat. Just going to take some yellow. We're going to mix it in with some white to make it a nice bright yellow. Cat, don't make me take you back to the shelter. I will. You think I'm bluffing? I'm not. For dry red eyes, blue eyes is awesome. It removes red eyes. Wow. Okay, Guy Buff, we see what you're up to. I didn't really make that look yellow. That's way more orange. So let's add more Zealot yellow into the mix. That made it even more orangey. What makes yellow? Kitty knows I love her. She's calling my bluff. She's pushing my patience. Orange will be fine enough. Let's paint this guy's rockets orange. We're going to need to put a couple of coats on that. To really make it stand out, we're going to need a couple of coats. Alright. Sit that there. Let it dry. Yellow is the primary color, so I guess I'm just screwed. It's red, yellow, blue. They're our primary colors. Okay, I'll feed you, kitty. I'll be right back, chat. I'm going to feed the kitty so that way she doesn't destroy things that are on the table. Yes, 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 I hear you. The whole house can hear you, in fact. Oh, yep, just make sure you go over there and tell chat about how used you are. Shush, shush. I live in a house with air conditioning, 2 square meals a day, all the toys I can play with, and lots of love from 2 big people. Well, no, I'm showing you. Over here. I'm over here. I want you to look at all these people here. There they are. Look at them. You go ahead and look at them. They're over here. Over here. You tell them how abused you are. That you have all the food that you could want. Look at this. These girls always wanting more. You want more food? You hear what you want? Don't look at me, look at them. No, now you don't want to tell them anything about how you're hungry all the time? You look at you, you little stinker. You little stinker, you're the color of a candy bar. That's what you're named after. Yes, you are. Alright. Let's go feed you. Remember to breathe. If you can lift the cat is clearly starving. It says you. Play music. Oh, poor kitty. Clearly starving. I know, right? I'm just so mean and so mean. I make sure she doesn't eat too much. I make sure she stays properly well fed with actual schedules. Make sure she doesn't eat too much or eat herself sick, because that's something she'll do. But it gets annoying sometimes having to deal with that. Just a constant meow. Meow, meow. Ugh. Take this paint, move it somewhere else. That's stuck to him. Sitting behind the chat box. All right. Let's try to get off some of this excess here. Alright, so these guys, I think they're pretty much done. I don't know what else to do with them. Dip you in the water. Dip, 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 dip. Tap, 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 tap. First cat discovered meowing. Meowing. The human sure is stupid. But how can I communicate that the idea of human, how stupid they are? Let's try this. Didn't work. The human didn't pick up the fact that they're dumb. They did figure out that you want food from that, though, so they did. So it got put to good use, I think. You know, speaking as a human. All right. There we go. Trying to keep this camera from falling down. His tripod is stable, but it's next to things that aren't stable, so it makes it unstable by being stably unstable. Clearly you're a wordsmith, Grow. Alright, let's take a look at this big box of stuff. Let's see if we got anything that's put together that isn't painted yet. Something that we can go on to next with. We got these guys. Look how green he is. He's a very bright green. Look at that. Wife painted that. I could try painting these guys, but I want they're kind of big set piece guys. They're kind of like they're knobs, I think. They're a knob unit, so don't quite want to paint them until I'm better. At least not yet. So we'll probably set them all off to the side. Look what she did to this one. She made him pink. He looks like the color of chewed bubble gum. Look at that. Look at that. That's gross. That color pink, this poor guy. He's been through some things. Let's see here. Guys who are put together are in these boxes. I got this thing. He's completely unpainted. He doesn't even have primer on him. That's going to be a big, big task to get that painted. Got a lot of little parts too. He's even got bits that are broken off that are going to need to be re-glued to him. I'm not sure if I want to try to do that guy yet. Because otherwise the entire stream would just be me putting primer on him. Okay, so now we got these guys here. These guys are already primed. And they're kind of ready to go. Depending on where you live, better hurry up with that spray paint. Weather's not going to hold up for too long. No, it's not, but I got a garage that I can also do the spray painting in. So I'll probably be fine to do that. Not to mention I got paint on primer. So probably not going to be fun to try to paint on prime him. We'll need to get a really, really big brush. We got guys like this. I think he's a mech boy. And then we got another guy here. He's got a lot of complicated parts. The big axe there. He's got a fist. There we go. So he's got a lot like the helmet. Got a gun on his back. He's got a lot of stuff. I think he might be a knob. And those other guys are big bosses. Look at this weird freaky dude. He's got like the mask on and stuff with like a grabber. And he's got all these electrical pylons on him. Hello, the White Wolf 02. Then we got this guy here. Look at the big old undercut jaw. It's pretty cool. He's holding up that axe like he had a hard day while holding his fist up like, why I oughta. Oh, you stinking rotten git. Come here and say that to me face. I'll give you a crumpin' so good you feel it right in the next life. We got another guy with a big underbite. He's got some like big old armors. Got some missiles. He's got power claw. It's a pretty cool unit. I don't know what these guys are for. I assume they're all part of the same unit because they're all together. They could just be individual infantrymen. If the Orks had a hell, it would be fighting Tau. I know. Old Daka no Choppa. He's got more. Is this like a anti-tank unit? Is this what this whole unit here is for? He's got missiles on his back and stuff. And my favorite part of all this stuff that they got here, they got this little Grot pulling. He's got a stick bomb that's bigger than he is. He's got a stick bomb that's bigger than he is, and he's carrying just live bullets in a big old box behind him. Oh, yeah, that's bullets. He's got a little crown on that box symbol, so I don't know what Orc clan that would be. So there's this unit that I could paint. I'm kind of leaning towards this one. Because the next guy, I don't want to paint just yet. Because I feel like he deserves to be the last thing. And that is the guy that's in this box here. He might be fully painted. This... No, this is one where Codex is doing a really good job. This is not the guy I'm talking about. But he goes with them. This guy's clearly a Golf. He might be fully done, I'm going to be honest with you. Because the Golfs have mostly black armor. So there's kind of no reason to paint that over when you got black primer on them. But it's this guy here. This is the commander unit for the army. So this is Gazgul Mathraken. And he's the biggest, toughest orc of them all. He's a huge model. Look how big he is compared to like these other orcs. Look at that. Look at the size of that. His gun is as big as this guy is. I'm going to have to ask Codex if this guy is fully painted. Because if he is, I don't want to go messing with that. Look at him. He's really cool. I like him just how he is. I got this whole... I do need to give him a touch up into the arm here. His arm came broken off. So I had to re-glue that on. So I need to get back in there and repaint that because the glue kind of stripped the primer off when putting it back on. I also think I didn't glue his arm on right. I think it's supposed to have that gun facing further up. But you know what? It gives my Gazgul a little bit more interest, I think. Of course, he comes with his standard bearer. It's a little Grot with the standard. He has a specific name. I can't remember what it is. But he's like an abnormally lucky Grot So just like some of the cool things we got going on here in this army. This guy goes back in this box too. Gazkul's base is also really cool. I know he's got like the destruction of like the building stuff that's kind of like all on him there. All that stuff is... Yeah, Nikari or something like that. Yeah. So, I think Gazgul is already fully painted. So I may not do anything extra to him. But with this army, like I got a bunch of boxes that are just straight up unopened. I mean, when I said I have an army, I got an army. So unclip this. So like this whole box right here, chat, look at this. I got all of this. And a lot of that is not even opened yet. So we're going to be building miniatures for a while. Like that's going to take a long time to get everything fixed up and everything. So I got a box here, which that commando unit there probably came from. Oh my gosh, there's air units in this too. Does not look like this commando unit came from them. Excuse me. Let's put you guys back up here. So what says you, chat? What should I try painting next? No. Don't do a face reveal. I'm not ready for that misfortune. They need to be red to go fast. Oh, those air units? Absolutely. Well, you know what? When I get to the air unit, depending on which symbols are already on them, I think it's Goth. I think those are supposed to be Goth. The GOFF ones. Do something you think you will hate. Save the good stuff for later. That's a good way to kind of think about it. Get the ones that you don't think you're going to like out of the way first. I kind of repositioned this camera because it fell. There we go. That's pretty good. All right. I am going to set up as a mess. Move these guys off over here. They're pretty much dry, but we'll let them sit for just a little bit longer. I'm going to have to find some way to actually properly store these guys rather than just keeping them in a box. How do you guys store your minis? Let's ask that question. That might be useful information. Something I think I'm going to hate. I'm going to be honest. Putting primer on that guy is going to be hell. Because I don't have spray can. I don't have spray primer. I don't have a spray. It's all going to be a brush-on primer. Oh, I have varnishes. I have a varnish. I have a gloss varnish and an anti-shine matte varnish. Should I cover these guys in a varnish? I'm not sure. I do a mix of doing the least favorite models, squads, and troops with the stuff I want to do. Characters, marvels, crisis protocol models, etc. Sounds kind of like a good thing. I glue zinc fender washers under my braces. Then I get MDF board and cut it out to about 6 to 12 inches. Glue them on a sheet magnet. Ooh. That's some good advice. I've seen people use double-sided tape. Are these guys... Is he already glued into this base? I think he is. Yes, he is definitely glued into the base. I think. Looks like this one talent here isn't glued at all. Looks like I'm going to be putting primer on this guy. Where is my glue? Gonna be looking for glue. So yeah, the last of the stream is gonna be just priming this guy for next time. I might get a different color plate for him. There's my glue. A little bit of plastic glue. All true orcs are based. They are based and red pilled. They take the red pill because the red go faster. You just want a little bit of glue. Are you glued shut? Is that what the problem is? Is that you're glued shut? I'm gonna have to figure out how to unstick a thing of glue. Just one little drop, that's all we want. Because his claw's not put in right. Oof, that is a strong smell. And then we just want to let that sit. I got one little whiff and I'm a little. I'm a little high now. Oh, good God. I'm going to put the glue back in with the paint so that way I have it in the same spot. Oh, actually, I'm not feeling great from that. Crow's doing drugs on stream, guys. Don't tell Pixie. Or takes blue pill, but have to see their mad doc if luck lasts longer than 4 hours. You know, some orc. Some of the lads, when they get a little older, they have a little trouble getting the wall up, you know? This is going to be fucking nuts to try to prime this guy on. Oh boy, here we go. Me and my bright ideas. Hold on, I'm getting a
Want to
bigger
see
brush.
what we're
I
up
gotta have
to
bigger
on a
brush.
daily basis? Try following us on Blue Sky and Twitter, I mean X. And make sure to like, follow, and subscribe on both Twitch and YouTube, and turn on notifications so you never miss a stream.
I found a penny. It was just sitting on the floor. Look at that, a penny. Now you guys gotta have a penny for scale. How big some of these models can be. These little itty bitty minis. Alright, this is going to need a really good shaking. So I'm going to shake it right here in front of the camera for you. Guess what? I'm shaking paint. Go check out the Green-Eyed Cat on Global Comics. Every little bit helps. Self-rats! I just saw the Discord both me and Zofraz are in. She just put a little comic of me painting my minis. And then she, and her little kobold character, stealing my paint. How'd you get that done so fast? We've only been streaming for an hour and a half. You crazy Dane, I love it. Alright, now we can hear that little ball. And now I have a significantly large enough brush to brush with. I'm going to let that soak for a while, though. That's an old-ass brush, and it may need it. Now, while that's doing that, you can sit there and dry. Don't fall over. God damn it, now I dropped the brush. God damn it, now I'm almost knocking down my everything. Now, you, sit there. Stay. The hell did the brush go? It fell way the hell over there. How the hell did it get that far? God damn it, now I gotta stand up from my chair. Come back here, asshole. Excuse me. Gotta get back to my chair. The grunting makes it easier. Makes me sound like I'm putting more work into some simple task. Alright. Shake you up more. And his arm really is just holding on. Right, I have to glue more onto you because you got more broken bits. Hell, your box go. That's Gaskell's box. So we got a saw blade and a gun. Saw blade obviously goes there. And then the gun goes up here somewhere. Honestly, because it's an orc, I could probably put this somewhere else and it work just fine. What even unit is this? What is this called? Somebody in chat who knows the game, what the hell is this damn thing? Alright, watch Crow get high again on stream. This is what quality content you came to look for. Pops open hot glue. Don't breathe this time, Crow. Yeah, that's totally glued shut. Just a little bit. There. And then stick that into there. And that can hold itself down by its own weight. You're going to be tricky. I'm going to have to just hold you. Alright, we're just going to have to hold this one here for a little bit. Ah, quality content. Press my arm. Man, this is not going to be fun having to prime this damn thing. I'm really going to have to switch to spray can primer. I'm also realizing I haven't clipped my nails in a bit, so that doesn't look great on stream, I'm sure. Times like this, I'm getting to think about like what tomorrow I'm playing Zucrosis for the gaming, so that's going to be a whole lot of not fun, I'm sure. And then Friday, when that's done, I'm doing the getting over it. So yay on that end too. Got a lot of fun things coming up. We'll have to see how everything goes. Overall, Crowtober has been a pretty good month. It's been a pretty good month. It's been a good month. Okay, that's going to hold now, hopefully. As long as I don't jostle him around too much, that should... Nope, nope, nope. He's already fallen off. I picked terrible music for this. I really want to show with Zofra's show, but neither of my hands are free. Are you going to be able to hold yourself on your own weight? If I do it like that? Cool. While that's going on, let's show you all what Zofrat's made me. Let's show you guys. So let's put it at the crow stream. Look at this. Look at this. She made this in that short amount of time. Look at my little orcs. I love the little orcs right there. I look so dapper in my little hat and tie. I love it when I get art. This is like the biggest highlight of my day right here. Like this, I'll be gushing over this for like the next week. I love it. I love it. Thank you very much, Zoe. You're the best. You're probably not here right now. Or if you are, you're lurking. Because I know you live on the other side of the world. So you probably fell asleep at some point. Just love it. Back to the paint. Alright, are you going to hold yourself now? I think it's going to hold now. Kind of thinking I need like some sort of clamp to put on that though, but I don't have anything to clamp them with. I got a rubber band. Maybe I could rubber band it into place. Ah, no, that just ripped it right off. Son of a bitch. Stick, damn it. I'm beginning to wonder how much does he really need this buzz saw. We'll just put new glue on. Put a lot more on. Oh, well, that might have been too damn much. It doesn't matter which end it goes on, I'm sure. We put that on there. That'll help make a layer of plastic over the thing to help seal it into place. Oh man, that is a strong smell. Oh. Kind of wishing I had an airbrush for this primer, because this is what this type of paint is meant for, is like airbrushers. No. In thrilling stream, I'm sure. Thrilling. Watching a guy hold something in place for like 5 minutes. I'm sure this is exactly what everybody wanted to see today. I only need to hold this bit here now. Oof! That break looks like it might need some right orky scrap. Might be tough to fix it as was, but then again, it might be better to take some spare scrap plastic from another kit and improvise a connection. Your content is awesome. I'll be joining your next stream with some friends. Add me on Discord. Brad Han XP. That is a bot. Awesome Nary is falling. That doesn't mean anything. Somebody telling me my content's awesome. I've been sitting here almost quiet for like 5 minutes trying to glue this thing on. Might want to improvise a connection. I don't think I got any spares. I don't have anything extra to kick bash. Don't have anything I can kit bash with. Alright, it looks like he's holding there now. Put this needle back in the hot glue and close that up. Nope, looks like it's about to fall off again. There's the cap. If I put some more weight, pressure on him, that might help him hold in better. Because the connection's getting better. Because that's what plastic glue kind of does. It just kind of melts everything on it. Boss for the year, what kind of glue are you using? It's called Citadel Plastic Glue. Made in the UK. Games Workshop. It's official Games Workshop glue. The Citadel brand, I guess. This poor guy, his bit came broken. So... looks like there's not enough plastic surface to area relative to the weight of the piece Crow's trying to glue. Cut it at a narrow part and glue it to a flatter surface. The GW glue is actually plastic cement and it's not glue. Alright. So if this doesn't work, I might just cut that bit off and rework the arm itself into a gun. Because it's got a kind of a gun shape to it. So I bet I can make that like some sort of big DACA thing. It is an orc after all. I don't have anything to scrape with though. We'll hold it here for like maybe another minute or two. Also, welcome, Boss for Leader. I think you're fairly new, aren't you? I don't believe I've seen you before. Yeah, it says it's your first time. And now you're thinking like an orc. That's a using your thinking bit up in your old noggin. That box is not for jumping in, kitty. Alright. Let another minute pass as I hold it in here. You can kind of see where I'm trying to glue it in. The camera's not wanting to focus, though. I'm hoping you're enjoying this content, Boss for Leader. I'm sure it's absolutely thrilling. You can see the commandos I was painting back up in there. The darker browner ones over there. The brighter guys, that was the paint job that the guy I bought this kit from made. Alright. If that doesn't do it, I don't know what will. It's looking like it wants to hold. Nope, nope, there it goes. Yeah, falling right off. I don't think it's gonna hold. Doing boring computer maintenance stuff streams way more entertaining. Alright, well, at least I'm achieving the job of entertaining. I got one of those orc figurines from GameStop. Was unmarked, so I asked, oh, how much thief this was. When I heard it got discounted, cause I got to use me thinking bits. You thinking bits. Yeah, that's not gonna hold. It's real bendy and not sturdy like a good orc blade would be. It's just too... It looks like it wants to hold. Really almost there to it. Like, it's not quite dry all the way. If I can hold it... If I held it on longer, it probably would. Like, if I just hold it like this, I probably might actually have enough weight to solidify it. I think I also glued it on the wrong side around, so the broken bits aren't lining up properly. Yep, nope, there he went the other way. Yep, just gonna yank that bad boy right off. It's a solvent, so you gotta wait for it to dry out. More glue you use, the longer it takes. Alright, so my ADHD is the fall. It's all my problems again. I think I might have really have just messed this up. So we're gonna just convert that into a gun of some sort. Let's see if we can scrape some of that off. Make a nice big old DACA out of that arm. But it can still be a pain. Yeah, if I had a pair of clips and I can move on to do something else, that would probably be best, but I don't. These scissors aren't going to be good enough for anything. The claw would look better on a knob anyway. Yeah, we're going to convert this bit into a gun, I think. That's what we're going to do. It gives us a bit more uniqueness. Has its story, too. ADHD wins out again, chat. We got priming to do anyway. By brush. Oh, God. Like a tool. Prefer super glue over plastic cement. If you get it at a hardware car parts store, you can get it in a can of activator as well. Ooh. I'm learning so much stuff. Like, the number one thing is that the stuff that GW sells might be a little overpriced and not as good as just basic stuff. Do you not have sandpaper or crafting knives? No, I do not. I got kitchen shears, though. I got a pair of kitchen scissors. You're watching a complete and total noob, guys. Like, this is my first set of models I ever painted. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. This is what makes it so much fun, though. It's just the process of learning to do stuff. Alright, guys, let's get to priming. Plastic glue gives you a better bond because it melts the parts together. Ooh. Out goes the primer, the primer, the primer. We'll start with that. We can make more later. Nice big old gray primer. We're going to paint the gray model with a gray primer, chat. I can't wait for this. Painting the gray model with a gray primer. This is clearly my best idea ever. Get all up onto this thing. And this is an old brush. This isn't like some fancy little detail brush either. So we'll probably get another brush used just for priming. This isn't going so bad. It ain't nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. Glad I got the cardboard out here, though. Move him over just a little bit so you see him better. Definitely going to need multiple layers, though. That's a great brush for dry brushing. Oh, what the hell is dry brushing? I guess that's when you not get the brush wet. And you just cover the whole thing in like paint. Know what I could really use is a pair of gloves. Or like one of those little model stands. So that way my hands are going to get covered in paint. It's going to be great on the septic tank, I'm sure. It's actually getting pretty well covered. Getting all to the little nooks and crannies is going to be hell, though. We'll probably also paint the base in a prime. Dry brushing is like inking backwards. You get a little paint on the brush, wipe most of it off on a paper towel, then run it quickly over the surface. Brings out high details at low effort. What the hell is inking? It's just, like, What do you mean by inking a miniature like this? Do you mean like drawing details on them with ink? Like pen ink? We're going to have to work backwards through terminology to get me there, Drake. Once again, just like with computers, I am dumb. I am a very dumb man. That's why the dumb crow emote exists on the Twitch. Available to followers. Yes, that's exactly what it means. Okay. Cool. I was able to put 2 and 2 together. Because I refuse to use Google to solve my answers. I'd rather people tell me. Why is the thing bubbling? How am I going to get primer up into those spots? I'm going to have to get out a different, smaller brush. We'll just get the big areas for now. Also, trying to paint up in those under cracks underneath like the shoulder pads here is probably not a high priority. What the hell of music do I have playing? I'm hearing bird chirping and soft guitars while I'm making a giant murder machine. Actually did not turn out that bad. Let's get this side of his arm here. Man, that is just on there with like the tiniest little bit of detail in it. Inking's when you paint surface a flat color and put a super thin coat over it to either accent the base color or to flow into the gaps. Yeah. Why bother asking Google when you can ask YouTube? They own what now? No, right? The hills are alive with the sounds of Doc. Only the highest quality stuff here. I'm sure whatever I'm listening to is copyright free and that's why it's on. And because it's copyright free, it's going to sound weird and not match anything in any streams whatsoever. Get that up in there. Shove this brush up into tight corners. Next time I will be using spray can primer. outside. We'll just go ahead and cover the base. Why not? The base is going to have to be painted at some point. I'll figure out something to paint the base. Six one way, half a dozen the other. I find that when you spray for fine, you follow up missed areas with a brush anyway. Hey, whatever gets the primer on there, I suppose, right? I probably should let him dry before I try to put on a second coat. Sorry about that if I didn't mute the mic. I had a sneeze if I did manage to mute the mic. That is what happens. All right. I guess I'll let him dry for now. I want to make sure I got everything. Looks like I missed part of the underarm here. No, it looks like I got it. At least I got most of him. I missed this machine gun bit here. Getting into... these shoulder pads up under here. Yeah, so I want to let him dry overnight. And then I'm probably going to put more primer on him off screen over the next couple of days. So that way when we come back to the next miniature painting stream Sunday, he's all ready to start. And maybe I might prime a couple of other guys too. Maybe I'll try to get a hold of a pair of clippers in craft knives. So that way I can start cutting out a whole bunch of these other guys I got. Because they're going to be in those little sheets. So we'll just bring the stream to an end here. Let's do some quick announcements. Lori, can you do all your little readouts? So let's do your readouts, Lori.
Ahoy carnival goers! Do you like comics? Of course you do, and Dr. Crow has your comic needs. First, enjoy the comedic adventures of Smoke and Mirrors. This lovely couple have opened the doors of their magic shop to you. Smoke, the sly and clever business cat, and his wife Mirrors, the pun-loving bunny, along with all of their friends, never have a dull moment as they deal with the pressures of running a business and performing for a crowd. And if you're looking for something more action-packed, we have All-American Red Squirrel. Riley O'Ryan has returned home to the city of Mapleville, to take up the role of city defender, and prove her late father's innocence. Standing in her way are street-smart thugs, dastardly supervillains, and an untrusting public. The all-American Red Squirrel has her work cut out for her. All of Dr. Crow's comics can be downloaded and read online at Global Comics. Want to leave us a tip? Consider buying us a Ko-fi. All money goes into helping fund the comics and improving the streams with emotes and buying games to play. Thank you for your donation. Want to see what we're up to on a daily basis? Try following us on Blue Sky and Twitter, X. And make sure to like, follow, and subscribe on both Twitch and YouTube, and turn on notifications so you never miss a stream. Did you know that Dr. Crow has a Discord? Consider joining the server, and help grow the community.
Thank you for the readout, Lori's. And while you're also checking out the comics, remember the Green-Eyed Cat. Still available, and will be on sale following the promo code, which you can find over on the Twitter in the Blue Sky. Definitely highly suggest you go do that. You can get the PDF for free. In the meanwhile, Amish is streaming. So I think it might be a good idea to send you all off to watch him. He's playing Super Mario 60, totally playing Super Mario 64. That doesn't look like Super Mario, whatever it is he's doing. So, what is this Amish? You crazy man. Let's go send you all off to him. So that's going to do it for me. See you all tomorrow for Zucrosis. In the meantime, bye-bye. Bye.